Hello ladies and gentlemen, what we got for today is how to sharpen a Gränsfors Bruks small forest axe. I hope you stay with me. Alright, the first thing we need to do is just soak our Japanese water stones. And what I have here is an 800, 1200, and this lightish colored one, which is 6000. And then the little small Magura stone that goes with the 6000. And we just need to soak those. And we only need to soak them for 5-10 minutes. The other thing you're going to need, you can get by without it, but it's a good idea if you have it, is one of these. And it's just a clamp to hold the stone to keep it from moving around. And the first thing you want to do is you want to take out, while you're waiting for those stones to get soaked, just take out your axe. And we just want to look the edge over real good and see if there's any small nicks. If there's a really bad nick, I show in another video. You can look in my video library for that one. If it's not out, it'll be out real soon. And it's how to take care of a really bad nick. I was using my axe on a video. It ricocheted off of a tree, and I smacked the rock, and it just about brought me to tears. It was not a very pretty sight. I was very upset. But got that all taken care of now, and now we're just going to go ahead and sharpen it up nice and razor sharp. So now, this one looks real good because I, of course, just took that nick out. So now, it's ready to go. So let's go ahead and get that. We're going to start out with the 800, go to the 1200, and then end up with the 6000. And then after that, we're actually going to use a strop and even some, possibly even some ceramic rods, just to put a really nice razor sharp edge on that. And for an axe, usually with a knife, you would put the stone like this in front of your body. But for an axe, it's a lot easier if you actually put it this way. And if you just take a rag and put underneath your stone in the clamp, it really cuts down on the water running everywhere because you have to constantly just kind of keep keeping it damp. And the Japanese water stones, I have seen people that use oil with them. I'd highly recommend you use water. They're made for water, not for oil. That's why they call them Japanese water stones. So then, and this is a convex edge, not a concave edge. With a convex edge, it's actually not a flat edge. It's actually curved. It's arced. It's got an arc to it. So when you're using it, it's better to do it in a circular motion to kind of make sure we keep that circular, or that curved edge. Pretty steep part of the time, and then you kind of work your way back till you're almost flat, almost. And I know that that's not actually sharpening the edge, but it's making sure we keep that nice convex edge. And we're just going to keep doing this until we get to the point where we like the way it looks. Flip it over. Alright, just going to check it. Oh, yes. It's got a very nice sharp edge. I'm just going to go over it. Just take a couple passes like this, both directions, just to make sure I keep it dead center, and just to dress it up a little bit. Alright, I think I've got it to the point now that I'm going to move on to the 1200. Now we're just going to go ahead and move on to the 1200. Same thing, tighten it down. Same thing, we're just going to do different angles as we're doing this, trying to help maintain that concave, or convex, sorry, excuse me, not concave, we don't want concave. 8 alternating strokes. And that has a beautifully sharp edge right now. with the Negura stone, you have to tighten up these clamps a little bit more because it's a little bit shorter stone. Just going to spin it around again. Moisten up that Negura stone, and then we're just going to go over the whole stone like this. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to create a slurry. And what this does is polishes the metal and polishes that edge until it is just razor sharp. After we do it on this side, and I really feel like I got this side nice and shiny, we're just going to flip it over and do the same thing. Then all I'm going to do is just do 8 strokes on this side. And then 8 alternating strokes. Alright, there we go. Now I'm going to take a rag and just clean the edge off, because I did get it all dirty. The edge all nice and cleaned off. Pretty polished, but I think we can get it a little bit more polished. So what we're going to do for that is we're going to use a strop. This is just a piece of leather pinned on the board between 2 nails. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to moisten up this piece of leather a little bit because some of the stuff is kind of stuck on a little bit. And then all you need is a little bit of Jeweler Rouge, or you can use a little bit of car wax. Will also do a pretty good job. And we're just going to put some of that right here on the belt. And when we're stropping, we're just going back and forth. We're going away from the edge, not towards the edge, because it would slice the belt with a piece of leather. And for something like this, I usually like to try to go between 40 and 50 strokes of this axe. Okay. Once you get it, so it is an absolute gorgeous mirror edge. You can see, you can almost see the reflection of the camera, how shiny it is. Razor sharp. The only other thing we're going to do, just to make it absolutely perfect, which you might be going, seriously? There's more? We've got a couple different size ferrocene rods here that are just made out of ceramic. And you set these up. I'm going to use the coarser ones first. Start here with the edge of the axe and just slice down, and then go on the other side. And we're going to go back and forth, and we're going to do 8 total, so 4 on each side. But they need to be alternating. We're going to check it. And that'll shave hair right off your arm, no problem. I'm going to go ahead and just take these ones out, set those aside, and then put the smoothest ones in. These ones, I'm not even going to hardly put any pressure. I'm not even going to let the weight of the axe do it. Just the slightest little bit of pressure is all it requires. Absolutely a perfect edge. Maybe an easier way to show this would be with a scrap of paper. Alright, when you get to this point, what we're going to do is we're going to use our axe and show you how sharp this is. If you can do this with your axe, you know your axe is razor sharp. Now, I just did that with an axe. Most people will get their axes to the point where you might be able to cut butter with them. So that is the proper way to sharpen an axe. After you get it all nice and sharpened, let's put it safely back in its sheath so we don't have any accidents. As you can tell, it's a razor sharp implement. And please, check out my other videos on the Gränsfors Bruks small forest axe. I've got one on how to take care of the handle and how to keep the head from rusting and how to take good care of the leather cover, leather sheath for it. So this has been God's Woodsman on how to take care or how to sharpen your small forest axe. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already by clicking the subscribe button in the lower right hand corner. And if you have any idea for future videos, please leave a comment. I'm constantly looking for new ideas for good videos. And check out my website at godswoodsman.com, and you can click the link on the left lower corner. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.